I want you to first today tell me in your comments in the chat box, what do you feel or whatever resonates with you? What does the word overflow feel to you or stand for you in one word? Doesn't have to be long. What does it feel? Or what does it represent for you? Like, stick to the first thing that comes, guys, right? To you. Abundance, I like that. Safety, I love that. What does the word, when I say overflow, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Like, is it a body? Is it a visceral feeling when I say overflow? Is it like a feeling in your body? Or is it like a word that comes to you? Because that's just, it's all your energetic state right now. It's what's happening, where you're at in life and how you're receiving. And there's nothing wrong in it. We're just trying to understand, where are you at? How does the word overflow resonate right now in your current reality? So we can shift it, right? And so, oh, beautiful. So he says, wholeness. I love that. I feel like it's coming out of my heart. Ow! Ow! That was like, I feel what you're saying. And heart, heart center, 5,000 times more magnetizes things faster than our head. So imagine if it's coming out of here, how much more you're going to pull. I love that. It feels refreshing, feels like abundance. Okay, now I want you to think of the word, because a lot of you said abundance. Okay, and that's how I started understanding overflow. Because abundance is a common word, people understand it. What does abundance mean to you? What is the first thing or the feeling or the word or the reference that when I say abundance, what happens next? More than enough. Freedom. Full. And so these are all so good. And that, when you say this, can you feel that energy that's there, right? So for me, guys, the first thing that I learned and that I invite you to look at, which a lot of you are there, but we're going to actually really put some concrete steps to it today so you can actually switch into that vibration. So when I started learning about overflow, because I was far from overflow, okay? I'm talking about 3 years back. And, I was constantly, when you're in survival, and if you hear yourself often, I don't know how many of you can connect to it or resonate, or if you've ever been there, or, you probably once in a while go there. Maybe you're not all the time there, but, oh, is there going to be enough? Or will I run out? Or, is there, just the question in itself, is there enough for this trip, for this thing, for this course? I like something, but I can't invest. Do I have enough? Do I have enough this month? Do I have enough clients? Anytime you ask yourself, find yourself asking, is there enough? It's the direct opposite of extra, of overflow, of full, of more than enough, right? Because when we have more than enough, we don't ask ourselves, is this enough? We're clearly saying there is more than enough, right? So do you see how it plays, first of all, that we're not in overflow? When I'm asking myself, is there enough? Will I run out? Running out is a scarcity consciousness, and we want to be far from it. Today, I'm going to teach you some things that will allow you to move away from it. And it doesn't mean that it will not come back, because it'll come back many times for me. And for the last 2 years, I think it was prominent. It was really prominent until I started actually plugging into a lot more of frequency of overflow. Not because I started having solid results, but it was like, that's what I'm choosing now. Okay, I'm choosing that. So the first thing I want to tell you, what overflow, when I learned this stuff, it started changing, how I looked at money way before money came into my life. Okay. And so before I ever had a $17,000 day, before I ever had a 29K client, before I had people sign up from nowhere, before I had a client invest $33,000 in me, this is all evidence of what I did, which I'm going to share with you. Okay. Because money is just energy. It's our goggles, it's our filters with which we're looking at that. Am I in overflow? Is there enough? Is there not enough? I have more than enough. These are goggles. And when we actually filters or spectacles or whatever you want to call, and you keep looking at the energy and the movie keeps showing you what filter you're wearing. Okay. So the idea is today to be able to tell you, listen, enough with these glasses, just take them off. You don't even like them. Like, why are you even wearing them? Why are you even choosing these glasses? Just like literally put them down. Go and get yourself the fanciest glasses or go to a $2 store. I don't know, the cutest, swankiest glasses that you like, which are feeling like abundance. Now, abundance doesn't have a price. You could go and buy a Gucci and not be happy with it. You could have a Prada sunglasses, not be happy with it. Or you could go to the dollar store with your kid and find the cutest sunglasses, and you don't wear them because they're just not good. But then you see them and you're like excited, like a little kid. Imagine if you took those glasses and you now looked through life, because abundance doesn't have a price tag. Our mind tells us that this is expensive, so now I'm rich. It doesn't work like that. So the first thing I want to tell you is that I started understanding what overflow is, what abundance is. And abundance, simply put, is extra. Okay. When I am able to say that I have extra, that I have more than enough, more than what I need, I'm in a state of extra. I'm in a state of overflow. I'm in a state of more than enough, right? So the word extra really stands out for me. This is something I've learned from my own mentor. So now let's investigate, how can you suddenly go from a state where it's like maybe you're not in scarcity, maybe you're like not in financial stress or any of those things. You're like doing pretty good, but you want to feel abundant. You want to feel like constantly being in states of overflow where it's like, I just know, like I don't put my energy and thought every day of, oh my God, will I run out? There was a time I used to. So how do we get into that state? Right? Is everybody feeling what I'm saying? And like, is it landing for you? Let me know, because I want to pick the pulse of where you are and take you from there into this conversation. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. So in order for me to first understand extra just means what I have, and it's just the next level of it, I can plug into extra right now. If abundance just meant extra and more than enough and more than what I need to understand what in my life is already extra. Because getting the $10,000 is not going to make you feel overflow. I'm telling you, because I've done this many times and then I'm worried about next, will I run out? Will I be able to do it again? That is not the answer to get into the frequency of overflow. I don't know how many of you have ever felt that, even in love, in anything, in your decision making, in your own choices. Like one time you feel really good, or you feel really good, you had a good month, or you're feeling really good, you rock solid, and then you kind of fall off that energy because you're not anchored in the energy of more than enough. Like I have more than enough confidence to make decisions. I have more than enough ability, and I have more than enough flow of money. Like I don't even have to become available to these conversations. That's the state we want to get into. So first thing I want you to really understand is like, what does extra mean? Okay. And so today I'm going to give you some exercises, but I wanted to refer to my book to tell you that what extra really meant for me. And before I do that, okay, so understanding that I just need my basic needs, which is to breathe, to eat, right? To feel safe. That is actually your basic need. Everything else is freaking extra. Whether it's the $10,000, $50,000 month, it's the client, it's the home, it's the holiday, it's whatever you want, it's already extra. But then you go like, well, I'm far from there. I'm not plugged into that frequency. But first you need to understand that you only have a basic need, which is to eat, survive, and be safe and breathe. Those are our needs as a human being. Everything else is extra. When your needs are met, that means you're already in a state of it's fine. Now what comes is extra. That means it's overflow. It's a very hard one to get, but if you get this, you will change and you will feel so abundant today. Like you're not, I kid you not, your body's going to feel different. Okay. So the first step I started investigating is where am I already extra? Because my bank accounts didn't show I was extra, but where can I tap into the energy? Because you understand when we say frequency, it's an energy. You also understand that you have a spiritual body, a spirit consciousness, and then you have a human experience, right? So whenever you change something in your energy, in your spirit, it will reflect in your physical reality. This is how it works. This is how reality works. This is how the mechanics of reality are. Okay. So without going there, because you guys have an understanding, what you feel in your energy, in your thoughts, in your vibration will translate into your physical reality. So where can you today ask yourself, where am I extra already? Because if you are extra today and you can plug into the energy of extra, what's going to happen is, and you consistently stay there, the physical reality has to materialize. There is no other way. This is how laws of the universe work, right? So look at extra. So I started looking at extra in, if my needs are met, if I'm surviving, nothing else. I'm able to breathe, I'm able to eat, and I'm safe. Okay. And I looked at that for my children as well. So that means my needs are met. Basic, look at your basic human needs. Now, anything that comes after the need is extra. Extra means abundance. Extra means it's more than enough because this is not what I need. I need only air, water, safety, and food. Anything apart from that is extra. And you'll be like, I'm still not feeling rich. Wait, stay with me. You're like, is she going to even tell us something? I will. Wait. There is a madness to my method. There's a method to my madness, and which is basically, I'll tell you what. So when you start asking yourself, so does that mean my children are extra? Yeah. Okay. Does that mean that the man or the woman I have in my life is extra? Yeah. Does that mean that these $5 or $10 or this house or the car, or even if it's rental, I don't care. These clothes, these chairs, this everything in my room, is this all extra? Yeah. Now, some of you are already feeling chills in your spine. I get it, but let's take it even further. Let's make you more uncomfortable with the extra that you're sitting on right now. Yeah. Yeah. Let's breathe in. And a big breath out. Let this thought wash over everything that has ever made you feel that you're not in extra energy. Extra is, I don't need it, but this is all extra. So right now, as I talk to you, I want you to start scanning your current reality. If your food and water and safety, our needs are met, what right now in your life is extra? Is your health extra? Is your partner extra? Is this house that you live in extra? Is there a car outside which is extra? Are there people in your life that are extra? Is there money, actual money in your reality which is extra? What else is extra? I want you to think about extra right now. I want to read something to you. You can have your eyes closed if you like. Together, our thoughts, from my book, together, our thoughts, feelings, and actions create a powerful electromagnetic signature that attracts our desires from the quantum field into our 3D reality. I went from seeking external validation and love from others throughout my early life, wishing they loved me, accepted, heard, and saw me, and to next level wholeness in my being. It was a dramatic shift I had never experienced before. It was the same thing, searching for money to actually having an overflow of money. The feeling had to break open in my body, and I did. With this level of wholeness in my being, everything is extra. If I don't need anything more than my survival, everything is extra. Can you feel it pierce through your heart right now? I can feel it in your chest. And let that go. Whatever you're holding right now, let it be released. Everything is extra. The love, the children, the money, the clients, the experiences, the home, the holidays. It is all in a state of overflow. I'm an energetic match to the states of overflow now. Because right now, all of you are vibrating in overflow, in extra energy, in the frequency of overflow. It is who we are being, not just what we're doing, that sends waves of signals through the universe. We let the universe know that what we are calling for through our thoughts, but also our feelings, pulls our desires into our reality like a magnet. Now, why I wanted to share this with you is because I want you to plug into right now the energy before we even go further. Can you feel your energy shifted? Like, how many of you are feeling different? You're feeling extra, you're feeling rich, you're feeling abundant. You're like, what the hell I've been looking at? Like, I have so much. Everything is extra. Like, so many people's throat is clearing. I can feel that energy shift right now. Spine. I feel so rich already. Grateful. So first is to understand that, you are, everything in your reality is extra. And if extra equals to abundance and more than enough, more than what I need is extra, you are already in overflow. But once we understand this, then it is like, how do I stay tuned in, tapped in, and turned on at all times where I'm not going in lack, right? Because you can either come back to this every day, or you can actually hold the energy where you're not available to scarcity. That would be the second thing to do after we recognize that everything is freaking extra. So one of the exercises that I would give you today, and when I learned this, okay, and I learned it in a program, it was about exponential wealth. And I remember like it changing the way I look at money. I kid you not, like, because there was so much anxious energy attached to money. There was so much like neediness attached to money. And there is so much power we give to money. And it is the case, I get it. We live in a world where, first of all, money was man-made. Money and time both. Human beings made it, and now it has power over us. It's a whole different conversation for another day. But when I learned that, again, this is in my book. If you want to refer, I'll give you the pages. What I want you to do is I want you to make a list of things that will not change when you have more money. That means states of overflow, like say decide an amount, 5K, 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K, whatever you're calling in that you see in your bank account, okay? And you have a storyline, you have a narrative you get to that these things in my life will change. My life will become beautiful, exciting, more peace, less stress when I have overflow of money, right? That some of you are right now there, whatever your narrative is. But what I want you to do is the opposite. What I want you to do is make a list of things that will not change when you have the extra. When you have more money, write a list of things that will not change, okay? I want to share something with you, and this will all tie in. Hear me out. So this is what I said to myself. So next I said to myself, do you want more money? So this is a time when I didn't have enough money. I was in 100K debt, and I was doing everything in my power to understand vibration and be able to create it and translate it into physical abundance, okay? Do you want more money? Become an energetic match to it. But how? I have very little money in my life right now. Focus on the things that won't change for you when you become rich, when the money comes. Because a lot of people are trying to focus on what will I do when the money comes? I'll spend it. I'll do this, I will buy the course, I will put money for my kids' education, I will do this, I will pay off my debt. And then we keep putting it further away. But why I want to do this with you is also, you will get it in a second. Now, focus on the things that won't change for you when you become rich, when the money comes. I wrote a list. I'll share some of it with you, not all of it, but it is so long, but you kind of get an idea of it. Okay, so here's what my list was. And this is the same homework you're going to do. These are the things that won't change for me even when the money comes. And I kid you not, like 3 years into this, I've done this. This book was written 2 years back, not all, close to, in April, it will be. I'm actually getting chills. I don't know. It's just, none of these things have changed. The taste of morning coffee. This was when I was actually financially stressed. I made a list. Okay. Not when I've had multiple six figures. This is back then. What did I write that will not change when I actually have the money? The taste of morning coffee, the touch of water on my skin under the shower, the way my kids look into my eyes, the kisses and cuddles from my kids, the first bite of hot pizza. There's something it does for me. Like I have to have it hot when it's like that's the feeling. Oh, and it's not going to change whether you have $5 or you have $200,000 in your bank account. Do you get what I'm saying right now? Do you feel the depth of it? The joy of seeing a sunset, the beauty of a sunrise, the feeling of the sea on my body. That's the same it felt when I went in then and when I went going now. Yes, your body changes because you hold less pain in your body. That's true. The feeling I get when I meditate, the connection with my higher self. And each day I felt, noticed, and deeply appreciated more of these things. I had realized that they would not change for me with or without wealth. So I might as well enjoy them and allow them to make me feel rich in the now. Why wait? It sounds very simple, yet it is the fastest way you're going to create money in your reality when you stop focusing on what will change and start focusing on what will not change, because those things already exist in your frequency, in your field, in your reality. And so might as well feel rich right now. You're already in extra, you're in overflow, right? So your first thing we did today was understand what frequent overflow means, what abundance and extra means. Then second thing was to get you into the visceral feeling of, oh my God, I'm already in states of extra. I mean, look at behind you guys. There's the fancy furniture, there's books and there's stuff. And like, these are things you don't need, guys. You need air, food. Yeah, you need money for food. We get it. But you will survive. If you can, your needs are met, everything is extra. Look at all that stuff. So if extra is extra, and then on top of that, you have people, you have loving people in your reality, oh my God, extra. Extra, 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 right? So then what would be the next thing we did? To understand, well, okay, can I plug into this extra and the rich vibe right now? Like I don't have to put it away that when the 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, $200,000 come, or 500, 800,000, or a million comes, yeah, I will feel richer. But am I rich right now? Are you rich right now? How many of you feel now after this conversation? Because I will still give you some more homework, but how many of you feel there's this, there's this energy on your shoulders that's always there and it's kind of drifted away, and you feel like there's a different energy in your body? There's a different frequency in your body. Oh,